So they're making asphalt, right? And you know, Quacko's going gorilla on it, like cutesy and everything nice, Senku looking style. But maybe it's a plot hole because he has an oil refinery here, right? To create asphalt, which is true that you make asphalt oil refineries. However, you don't actually need to have this kind of refinery, because the thing is that the reason, right, that you have this kind of like angled different refineries into angles, because the higher up layers creates like, the second one is like gas, and the last one is asphalt. So wouldn't it actually be easier to just build like an asphalt producer instead of just building the whole oil refinery? I guess you could argue the Senku is using it for something else, but he's only making asphalt we see so far. So I think this invention here is kind of pointless actually. Yeah, this is like an overcomplicated way to make asphalt. Not Senku style. Maybe arguably he's gonna use it late. Maybe he's gonna make an airplane later, and he wants to also produce the air. Ooh, World War III, baby. Yeah, Senku is like, hey guys, I'm back. I like it. Yeah, Senku's like, I've been waiting all these years to call them, and behold, petrified me. Kinda right, but interesting. I definitely think that yes, we're going into the next war, right? Senku's starting more with the Aztecs or whatever you are, right? But it feels like, you know, there has to be someone behind the whole petrification. It can't just be a random thing. But would that person be alive though? Maybe. Wouldn't there be something else? Dear ants did it. So interesting now, definitely. So let's watch it. 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, Senku here is like calling them. He's like, I'm gonna. Yeah. Who is that voice? Yeah, who's behind the phone call? Yeah, it's kind of Kawaii. Yeah, the SOS, that's Kawaii, man. Oh, I'm sure Senku has a plan. Best bro won't believe in him. I'm sure it's for his strategy. Somehow, you're like, yeah. Kaki's like, yeah. That's my man, that's my Senku. Time to get some babies though, seriously, it's like Kaki, man. God, he's the only man alive, you know, basically. Yeah, it's kind of like the opening. They had that screaming part on. I said, why is Chrome there for? I got burned. Like, they all are pretty comments. That's Chrome though. He probably shouldn't be in that though. He doesn't belong in that cool panel thing. That's a good fourth wall. They're all like, like, you know, yeah, it's like, yeah, I've seen opening, like, you know, bam, 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 on their faces, you know, like, yeah, and she's like, wait, why is Chrome in that for? He can't fight. Yeah, he has no confidence. He can't be in the cool V shape. Get him out the V shape. Yeah, okay, Quacker, man. Jesus Christ, man. She says, Quacker is, she's angry, man. Yeah, she's salty, man, everything. She wants to be in the V shape. That's it. Yeah. I mean, she's probably the most masculine character in the anime for all. Quacker is quite masculine. Yeah, she's like, I'm part of the V shape now. Come on. Yeah, we get the port here soon, the V shape. Yeah, like the classic anime shonen opening, you know. Who doesn't love anime opening? Yeah. Do them more. Do 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 do. Get to fight, you know. Dancing and da. Na 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 do 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 do. Yeah, here goes the part here from this episode, right? When yeah, they're talking in the boat, exactly the voice there. This thing, yeah. Kaka's like, why is he in the V-shape for? What a loser. I shouldn't be there. Yeah. She's supposed to be there. She's just salty, man. She's like, I want to be in that V-shape. I am this anime's, you know, most badass fighter lady. I should be in it. She's right, though. I mean, Quacker is a big part of the anime. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, but the female character, obviously, Quacker is by far the best character. In this anime, easily. Even though the other ones are pretty good, it's cool, man, but it's not Quacker, man. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's trying to figure out where they are, I guess. With like echo load or whatever, yeah. But I mean, Senku might be right that it has to do with the whole. I mean, certainly everyone got petrified, and it definitely feels like someone is probably behind it. Maybe aliens? I don't know, humans, I guess. But it's like, yeah, why would they? Oh my god, some fan service here. Thank you again. But what's the motivation of petrifying everyone? Right? Maybe to, like, I don't know, take over the planet. I mean, if you could, like, petrify everyone except not just yourself. That's what I mean. If you just petrify everyone except yourself, that's just stupid. Because that's kind of like it's an episode of Superman, where Vandal Savage, everyone dies except him, right? He's an immortal guy in Superman or in DC Comics. So everyone is dead except Superman and Vandal Savage, right, in the future. And he's just like, oh yeah, it's my fault. I destroyed Earth, you know. So everyone died. And he's like, yeah, but I couldn't die. So and he's like, please, Superman, you gotta stop me. So he basically helps Superman go back in time and stop himself because him, you know, killing everyone in that version then, right? Just made the world shit for him. He's like, I'm the only man alive. It's really boring. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, I killed all the... It's like, who wants to be the ruler of nothing, right? He's basically like, he took over the planet Earth by, committing mass, you know, everyone died. He's like, oh, great. Who can I control now? It's boring, right? Boring. That's what I mean with Senku. If Senku thinks there's a man behind this thing, like a person doing it, who would petrify the whole planet? Like, what was the point? You know what I mean? Like, you would just be like, oh yeah, I rule the planet now for no reason because no one else is to be controlled anyway. So what do we need to have is like a lab or something. So basically, Quack is best good, man. Yeah. Yeah, I got my muscles! I got my muscles, baby! But I love his that. Everyone's so ripped, man. Everyone except Senku and Chrome are basically his muscles, yeah. Come on. Half the anime is everyone being ripped, man, and doing ripped stuff. Yeah, look at this, yeah. Quacko is also helping out there, yeah. Half the anime is everyone being muscular. But yes, yeah, it's like, but yeah, it's funny, I mean, I had to explain this anime to my brother. I was like, you know, it's like the smartest person ever, Einstein, but 10 times smarter. Almost like me, you know, yeah. And then everyone else is just muscles. Everyone else are just really big and ripped. And they can just work for him, yeah. They can just like, he just like, make me a quarry. Okay, it's like, okay, boss. It's like, I need some iron over there, okay? You know, and they all come in and help for him. But here we go. My god. Look at it. Man. That makes everything so exciting. Yeah. It's like, I make bread! You know what I mean? Yeah, this anime makes everything exciting, man. I love it. This anime. It just makes everything is just awesome. You know, they're like, whoa! This is what I mean. They're like, oh my god! It's like, everything is so exciting in this anime. Like, you know, I work with engineers and so on, right? And this is why I was anime as a nerd, right? Because I can spend hours right talking about, oh, this is how you build a car. You see the combustion engine over there. Do you know how this thing works? If you combine these two elements, you know, I think that shit is fun, right? You know, oh, we combine this thing, and that creates this thing, right? Or this is how you make this medicine. I think that's fun, right? But most people doesn't care, you know, about medicine or this thing or this laser or whatever, right? But this anime, yeah, everything is goddamn fun, man. Everything Senku does, everyone's like, this can make the TV happen! TV! Yeah. Everyone's like, oh my god, sugoi! Second, now it's like, I have invented, you know, yes, old man Senku. But basically, it's like, I've invented the TV, guys. They're like, whoa! You know, yeah, everything is so fun with this stuff. Come on, it's well like anime. He makes, what's that, like, tungsten? What's that thing? Alkyrit? I missed that what an extra one metal is. Maybe it's just glass. Maybe it's just a classic, but glass is made by hardenings, usually heating up sand, though. But he's like we can get prism brass, so it's like, what the hell is that mineral? No, is it not tungsten? What is then? What's the use it then? No, this is like an electric wave catcher. Yeah. This is how you create laser, basically. But this is how you. This is very important for electrophysics. You're like how to. Yeah, because you need to be able to have the thing is that to make this work right, you need to have a stable like electrons needs to move in like how it is. Electrons needs to be able to move at the same wavelength at the same time and having the same energy level, right? So basically, you have different like layers of how much it's charged, right? Like it can be minus, usually like a very low numbers, like minus blah 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 0 up to E17 or whatever. It's like really low values, right? But then you have to be able to have that in the same consistency, right? Basically, right? It has to stay in the consistency. So you have to catch electrons in like different layers, right? So a lot of this physical math is about like calculating how much energy do I need to get to the next layer, or be at layer 3 now or 4 or whatever, right? And usually this kind of two metal areas, or whatever you call it, metal walls, whatever, they will have different kind of layers, right? You can jump into electrons. The energy will basically jump up with, right? So it's usually some kind of magnitude, longitude. Basically, it's like minus 17, minus 18, or like 12, or whatever, yeah, right? You know, you need to be heavy, so that's where you get a green line, right? But it's very important. What's it called? Planck's form or so on? That's what it's called? Planck's form? I think it's called Planck's form. Usually use Planck's form for it. Or Planck's Planck's constant, right? Yeah, exactly. Planck's constant is usually what they use when you do photon energy and so on. Exactly. Planck's constant. Or Planck's formula. So you get kind of image of it, maybe. Here it is. Yeah, so Planck's. So you kind of get this kind of stuff right there. I'm pretty good at this physical. This is one of my, I think, interesting part of physics. So this is kind of how it looks, you know, Planck's constant. You kind of get the values of the calculate. The different angles is one, you know, you have to find it, and then you can see they have to change. It's the formula. But yeah, Planck's formula. Yeah, back to the episode. Still working here on the. Yeah, let's find him here at the boat. The ocean is the treasure, man. It is fishing, man. He's like, yes, acquired food. Senku's like, I'm trying to solve the planet here. He's like, you're fishing. Yes, I'm fishing, guys. I like Gene has like a he has a life garden, life quest. See about first. That's true. This is very Japanese anime, you know. It's very educational, yeah. Of course they have life quests on them, yeah. If to fall in, which is a pretty good adventure. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely, life quests is important to have on you because it helps you float even if you're unconscious, you know. So if it's not going to land in your back, you can still survive with a life vest on you. That's why it's pretty effective, you know. That's one huge reason why it's good to have. But then of course French. The French chef is gonna go så on us. Sasami? Yeah, det looks like sasami. Well, sure, yeah, they mentioned caps like a million fishes there, so I suppose that because you've been petrified for so many years, there will be a lot more fish again in the Japanese Ocean, right? Yeah, so you have the Japanese Ocean, or one of the ocean next to Japan is like one of the deepest places in the world, you know. Yeah, Japanese grave, whatever it's called in English. Japanska djuphavsgravet, so Swedish, yeah. But there's a lot of fish there, of course. And given the people that have been frozen so long, I'm sure that there's more fish again, right, in the ocean. Way less fishing, right? Yeah, we'll make more fish come back. What is this scene, man? Chrome's head is flying. My god, it's like a weird scene, man. Chrome is on his side there, and they scream at him and he flies back again? What? Yeah. Yeah, this is the radar here, man. Yeah, this is like a war. I like saying that we can be like a dam or something. The thing is that, I mean, that actually, or whatever that's supposed to be, the image there, it looks like a water dam. That's not that complicated to build, you know. System 7 water mill isn't that complicated when you have some turbines. But the problem is more you need so much manpower to make it. Yeah, like this kind of thing, like some kind of massive factory or whatever Sega wants to build here. This isn't hard, like, it's the one to understand this thing. The actual, like, how to build this stuff, I wouldn't say it's very complicated. I wouldn't say it's very complicated to understand how to build that stuff. For Senku, there's not even high, like, super engineering skill to build that stuff. That's more like, you know, massive amount of manpower and metal you need to build that, yeah. You need a lot of waifus, you need a lot of gorilla waifus, right? That, yeah, the problem was like, oh, it needs to be like a massive factory or something like that, like a power plant or something. That's more about the manpower. Okay, I'm gonna construct, you know, like 11, some kind of, what's it called again? Furnaces, yeah, like a massive furnace thing. Oh, I need, like, you know, how much people don't need for that, right? It's building the walls. It's like more metal than they have, right? Yeah, the problem is they don't really have any, like, real resource, I guess, gathering so on that level. But yeah, So the copper wire there, of course, creates another. What was that? I'm so happy, Chrome now. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're fighting this mountain now. Oh yeah, he remembers that time Quack showed her ass. Of course, I remember that too. Yeah, but how to get the Thunder Law, the Thunder Road. But that was good. He's like, I like how they showed Quack with her ass. They're like, yeah, I remember that too, Chrome. I also remember the time Quacko lost her panties. Yeah, I also remember that episode. Yeah, yes. But he's gonna charge it, I guess, using the same strategy. I mean, I thought about an older video, right? But making batteries isn't that complicated. Yeah. But I'm just trying to find it here. Because it basically will be able to, you know. It basically will show him where the energies, with the photon energies. So you can find it. Yeah, it's like it's an energy detector instead of metal detector, yeah. That's an interesting idea here. Oh yeah, nice. I like how they kind of had a doppelganger effect there drawn out there. Yeah, because wave is gonna be different when you're moving, you know. Especially with towards object, but yeah. Like this thing here. You see how the wave is shorter internally? Yeah, the wave is gonna be different, you know, based on. It is cute that they have like a car. They have a common truck, man. Yeah, got a Stone Age truck. Yeah. Yeah, they found the proton, baby. Exactly. Energy time, baby. Oh, they're gonna send down the muscle guys. No, but I think it's fun. Chrome is Seiko, they're like, yeah, they're gonna science! They come back, Gorilla Girls, and they're gonna do the actual labor. Click at it, yeah, they're gonna send down the gorillas. The muscle pack character comes, and Chrome has been like, that's right, man. I find me some rocks, man. Some rocks with some energy in them, yes. But it's cute, man. It's just like, I did it, Seiko! And I was like, okay. Oh, yeah, nice. Now they build like a freaking quarry, man. Now they have like a goddamn hardcore quarry here. See? And Chrome is standing like, yeah, that's right. He's all happy now. Yeah, it's like, I found it. You guys work. Yeah. I done my stuff. He stands there smug now. And everyone else is like working in his damn quarry, man. It's like, there you work for me, guys. Slaves. Yeah, it's like, come on, do it. But yeah, it is fun after all, having a quarry. But what I mentioned earlier, right, like 5 years ago, yeah. The hard thing for them really is like, well, you know, he wants to be like a factory, like a massive manufactory. Okay, but you need a quarry for that. You need like more than one quarry probably. And you need like, you know, a lot of resources to be able to build that. Yeah, it's the manpower and so on. Yeah, it's no like, oh god, it's tiresome, man. Did we get another dig all day? Yeah, now it's like, yeah, it's getting really tired for us to like move all this resource here. Maybe they can build. We see in the opening, right? They have like a cart. Maybe they're gonna build a little cart. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna build now. Because in the opening they have that like, you know, typical like mine cart, right? That's probably gonna go mine carting. Best stage of course in Donkey Kong Country, yeah. Old man, I love it, old man. He's like that. He loves this shit, man. He's like super muscular old man. He's like, yeah, boy, I bring the iron bars. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it, man. He's like, yeah. Walking in there, like, this place is awesome. But it's probably gonna be the cart now, right? So they can like transport, yeah, so they can get all the resources. This guy, man, is like, oh, I need to build a minecart system so I can like transport everything, right? The road. Here we go. Wait, okay, it's skin drive, but after this, it's probably gonna drive. I mean, it's kind of like the inventing train, I guess. Think about that. Yeah, it's more like the research. Look, you know, it's called logistics. Logistics, yeah. It's kind of like inventing logistics, right? That's kind of what the episode's about now. Photon energy and logistics. Oh my god! Now he's asphalting! Oh my god, he's making a road! Yeah, he's making a road, man! That's classic Senku. Oh, you can make a road, guys! I got all these my precious resources. What if I make a road with that, guys? Yeah, exactly. That car, man, it's hard to drive it on the hill, right? Yeah, I'm gonna make a road instead. Oh my god. Thank you, man. It's like Stone Age. Yeah, I only have like 2 villages. I need to make a road between them, yeah. I feel like, yeah, this is a classic oil refinery. I can explain that words later. But it's interesting how oil refinery works because it's depending on the heat. You get different things, right? So you get asphalt, right? Asphalt is one temperature, and gas is a high temperature. It's to produce asphalt because it's a lower temperature, if I remember correctly now. But yeah, it's different kind of temperature depending on what you actually want out. I love to see everyone working at the asphalt. Everyone's hammering on the ground there with their masks on. Kwaku is the one, yeah, in the asphalt layer Kwaku. Man, he's really fast building asphalt. This probably take way longer time in reality. Even if you had this genius leader, it probably take way longer time to just lay a road. He's like building the road immediately. Took them like a day or something. They built like a road through Japan like a day or something. No, I don't know your whole country, but you know, to some extent, yeah. The sun is going down. I'm gonna put up the lamps on it. The sun went down during the races, yeah, whatever. I think it's a really weird lighting. Yeah, it's a weird lighting effect. Next lamp. Yeah. That's better. Yeah, I didn't think the sun was gonna go down during this. But I like it, he built like a road through half Japan, something in one day or whatever, but it feels kind of crazy. That is more crazy than anything else, really. Okay. What is he showing Gin now then? Gin got shocked there. They went into it with Gin and Gin was all... Yeah, the Yoshi saw like, look at this Gin. Yeah, he was very into business. We know that. Yeah, he's like, he was trained to be the business genius guy. Yes. And then, yes, and then he built ships and so on. Exactly. Then he built ships. That guy was like, I like to sail. Does he have a ship now or something? In here or something? They were building a ship inside a cave or something? Why is he so happy in the cave for? What are they showing him? Did he point at something? What? Come on, show me what's pointing at. Here we go. Here we go, the cart. There was the cart. Oh, nice. I'm up by there. Yeah, Nick is in the middle of it up. So it really looks like the Donkey Kong thing with up and down. It's the best at Donkey Kong, man. Yeah. Classic, kart stage, yeah. Everyone loves that. You see the dangerous car, yeah, when you flip up and down and you almost die. Yeah, come on, everyone loves the kart stage. I think it's the best Donkey Kong counter stage, the Senku kart, man. But yeah, he's logistically improving here. He's built a kart stage, he's built the, yeah, let's say, like a road, asphalt, but let's go back to Nicky's op-eyes. Yeah, I like how Nicky was in the middle too. Yeah, you show the cart, what we see immediately is Nicky's op-eyes, man. Yeah, I love that bit, man. Yeah, they immediately like, yeah. That's great, man. That's great. Good focus there, anime. You know what we want. But anyway, one thing that's interesting, we saw them having the refinery earlier, right? The asphalt thing. Maybe a better image than op-eyes, but whatever. Because asphalt is constructed by having a certain temperature in your refinery, right? So people don't know is that, or more people don't know, is that a refinery, right? You actually can produce different kind of gasoline or whatever, or any kind of byproduct from oil in the refinery, from whatever you consume and so on, right? So basically, in a refinery, typical, you can produce photogen, photogen, as it's pronounced, which is then usually have like airplane photogen, which is for airplane drift, right? Which is much more powerful than gasoline. you got gasoline, and so on, and later on you get asphalt. So a refinery actually produces all this stuff, and the reason the refinery has the construction of like different sides. Let me show you. The reason the refinery has the different layers, right? Think about the black lines or the different exit points, right? That cost it's different temperatures. It's actually so this is a typical silo or whatever, right? But how it actually works then a refinery in reality, right? And this is of course how reality works. Is that this different kind of temperatures. So the byproduct that you're producing is different depending on temperature. So again, in the highest, you usually produce like air fuel, right? It's like air photogen, and in the bottom, you usually produce asphalt. Usually, usually, because the asphalt is pretty heavy, so it's usually in the bottom. Industrial fuel, or I'm looking at the image here. It's like in the bottom you have the asphalt, 400 exactly. So in the bottom you have asphalt. So in earlier, right? It's usually called like quantum energy or photon or whatever, right? This is what I meant earlier. That usually you have the different layers, right? So you got like energy 1, energy 2, and so on. I said this have to be like it's not like 10 energy, 11 energy. It's just depending on the layers are depending on basically kind of like where what material is used, right? So so that layer is depending on like all the other context. But basically how it works is that to control a photon, right, like energy, it's either stuck in like this to make the green line, right, consistent of a TV, whatever. Yeah, it's stuck in the same thing, but you can push it up and down, right, by giving it energy, or of course removing energy. You can't create the energy, right? But you can transform it, right? So you can add in so on, right? All the kind of things. So then you have up and down, and this is all very important for everything, kind of like photon, quantum physics, and it's kind of basic, like the Planck constant, Planck formula, and so on. Calculating different, what's called electric EHV, I think it's called, right? EHV. I want to say it is. If I go on, I shit a bit there. What it's called in English? It's a little. I didn't that. Yeah, that's in English. Started in grad school. EHV. E equals HC lambda. I want to say EHV. It's called, right? For there it is, energy for photon. Yeah, energy equals HF or H lambda equals EH lambda. Yeah, okay. Yeah, EHV. Yeah. So it's kind of like that, right? It's very important for all the calculations. I won't go into the full thing here, but it's very important that you calculate different kind of different quantum energies. It's very, very it's used all the time, man. It's kind of the basics of all calculation when it comes to quantum physics, which probably sounds really like quantum physics, but basically there's a huge difference between basic quantum physics, which is kind of like modern physics, right, into what you have today, right? So basically, I kind of separate physics into 3 categories. You have mechanical physics, which is like calculate the speed of this ball, or you drive a car, hit a wall, how much energy is that, right? Or this train is traveling this thing, then we brake, and how will it travel? So, that's like mechanical physics. That's easy physics. Everyone can do that, right? The E equals mv2 divided by 2 and so on. And that's simple stuff. Secondary physics is kind of like, I think it's like wave physics. It's like a Rayleigh spectrum and so on. One piece, so the Rayleigh shattering and so on, right? Git constant and so on. Which is, I hate that shit. That was not my least favorite physics. Yeah, is to calculate like a grit splitting of light and so on. So that's my least favorite physics. And then there's like the third physics generation, which is like quantum physics. It's like the modern physics. But it's not easy, honestly. Yeah, my hardest part physics. The only physics I struggle with, if any, not really, but if any, is actually the lighting, the wave physics. Wave physics, I think, is complicated to do the math for, because I don't find quantum physics that complicated. Not on this level. Now, this quantum physics, it's just like grad school, maybe, not even that, like undergrad yet. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I find it easy, seriously. And mechanical physics, have a car, a bridge, or that is freaking super easy. Yeah, that thing is like freaking shy, man. No, but seriously, that's easy. It's very easy to do math and calculate, like if I drop a ball, how much impact to do in the ground or whatever, or on this car or that stuff, like 2 balls hitting and vectors and so on. That's very easy math, it's very simple formulas. It's also the physics I see in school that people don't really struggle with, Like people can struggle with the other two a lot, But the first one, not really, because the first one is kind of natural. Everyone kind of gets that. Oh, quantum is kind of magical, right? And lighting physics might be really, wave physics might be very complicated. But mechanical physics, like, oh, I'm gonna build a cart, this thing here, that's actually very simple, right? Because like I build a cart, it drives, every kid can understand how to build a car basically from an actual fundamental standpoint of how does it roll, you know what I mean? Okay, maybe not the engine itself, but how it works, you drive, you make an engine that goes forward. Everyone gets that, right? But it's like, how does like a lightning wave entering a prism and it becomes 5 lightning waves, then calculating that's like magical. That's like, ooh, people. So that's harder to teach people too, because they're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, what? Prism light magic? What is that shit? Let me show that before I turn the video. Like a Rayleigh spectrum. Rayleigh scattering. Yeah, not Rayleigh One Piece. But that's why his name is Rayleigh. Right? That's why, again, Rayleigh One Piece calls for this thing, right? Because you basically use it to calculate, or if a white light hits a prism, right, or whatever, window, whatever, right? Now it has a different scattering, which means that it's gonna have like different colors and different wavelengths, right, and different distance between. It's a bit different distance between each scattering as well, right? So you can calculate exactly. You can measure exactly how much distance is between the 2 different scattered lights. You can know it for a fact, 100%, depending on the what's called the entrance angle in English, yeah, the entrance angle or whatever you calculate and so on. That's pretty input. But this is how I would call it a second level of physics, wave physics, yeah, wave mechanics or whatever. But guys, have a great day.